Hey, 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 shawty. How y'all doing? I am your Empress Divine Miss Tasha Turner herself. Welcome to Queendom Come. I could have sworn I turned the damn volume down. Oh. How y'all doing? This is the February 25th, 2019 All Signs Daily Tarot. Listen, y'all. I'm really making consistency my thing in 2019 because I'll be like all over the place. So I have to consciously work on consistency. You know what I'm saying? I want to go wherever the wind blow me. Wherever the wind take my ass, I'll be there. But I need to work on consistency. And the more you watch my readings, the more you will realize that consistency is hard for me because I'm a changing person. Like, I have fixed signs. Yeah, Aqua Sun, Leo Moon, but I'm so mutable. Like, I'm so mutable. Have cardinal stuff too. I'm some of everything, so I just move wherever the wind takes me. But whatever. February 25th, 2019. We're gonna see what's going on, y'all. We're gonna see what's going on. Let's see what's up. Divine wisdom, infinite intelligence. I am a clear and open vessel through which you can come and use these tarot cards of mine. Willingly, freely use them. Let them shuffle in your favor so that the message that you desire for us comes out. Let us know what's going on with these energies and the best way to use them. Give us your guidance, infinite intelligence, divine wisdom. Let this message resonate with as many people as possible. Divine wisdom, infinite intelligence, source, God. Come on through. Come on through. Tell us what we need to know. Tell us what we need to know. Let me move this over a little bit. I had to edge my laptop out of the reading. Let's get into it. February 25th. February 25th. Oh, Lord. It been that kind of day, baby. Oh, it been that kind of day. We have the Lovers, the Five of Wands, the Seven of Wands, King of Wands, really? Page of Cups, really? Is that how we feel now? So, with the Lovers, if you watch any of my, recent daily videos, I make it plain and clear that I don't intentionally try to talk about love and twin flames and soulmates and, runners and chasers and all that, because each of us is our own entity. Each and every one of us is our own entity. So we got to do what we got to do for self, because you can't control nobody else. You can't make nobody else do what you want them to do. You can't make nobody else be who you want them to be. But sometimes these topics must arise in conversation. And as I am the clear vessel, I'm not going to hold back no message because of what I want to talk about. So here we have the Lovers. Here we have the Lovers. And what I'm really drawn to in this card is the fact that this woman in this card is looking high. Not that she looks high, like she's looking up, looking to her divinity, like looking to God, looking to source, she's really looking at her higher self. She's really looking at her higher self, Some people who don't differentiate, they have not really mastered 4D yet, the fourth dimension, that complete and total self-awareness. They will say this person is looking at God, but she's looking at her higher self. That is God. That is source. and knows that that is the place where she finds all of her fruit, finds all of her nourishment, finds all of her abundance, her prosperity. And then you have brother man over here who has a fire in his loins. If the camera would focus, he has a fire in his loins for this woman. I don't know why that shit ain't. Mm. Let me see if I put my hand back here. Like, will this? I don't know. It ain't gonna. It's not focusing. You know, bullshit camera. You want me to have a different camera? Send me the money and I'll buy another one. Okay, but he has this fire in his loins, and just watching this girl, watching this woman in all of her divinity, and that's a whole vibe. A lot of women or those who identify with divine feminine, we are at a point now where it's like I can't focus on all this other stuff. Like I'm looking to me. I'm looking to me. I don't need my sustenance to come from anything outside of myself. And when I tell you that shit is such a turn on to your divine counterpart. And not only that, as we are all one whole entity, you have divine feminine and divine masculinity within yourself. So not only is this an intense attraction and connection between you and an external counterpart, it's this intense connection to yourself, higher self, this intense connection to who you are within, this, uncontrollable interest. I feel like a lot of people have been like, you may have been like kind of losing sleep lately, but not in a bad way. It's like you are so empowered by your own thoughts, your own motivations. These ideas and these plans are coming to you, just flooding you. You're receiving all of these downloads, and it's like you are becoming so much more self-aware in how you act, in what you do, in what you want to do. Um, Really, like things are just coming to you. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm stuffy. Like my allergies, they be getting to me in springtime. I'm sorry for the sniffles and stuff and for that kind of stuffed sound that I have. But you really are walking in your divinity, divine feminine, and divine masculines who are in touch with their divine feminine energy. You on your shit too. Anybody who is balanced in both ways, divine feminine, and you are balanced with your own inner divine masculinity, you are starting to see the fruit of that manifest in the 3D. And it could be as simple as you feeling that your divine counterpart is locked in on you, completely tuned in to you. Or if you guys are in physical union, then you see a change in this person. You see a shift in this person, just as you have experienced shifts of your own. And it's like you're taking the love of yourself and your self awareness to a higher level. You see a shift in that other person too, that they are becoming more aware, that they are becoming more powerful, that they themselves are having blessings fall into their lap, that they themselves are making things happen, that beautiful things are happening for this person, that things are aligning for this person. Because really, what this Lovers card indicates is total perfect alignment, balance between two, as this divine feminine is totally self-aware, aware of that creator energy. The divine masculine is looking like, oh my God. Oh my God. I got a little tingly in my dingly. Oh my God. Look at her. Like, look at her. Look how beautiful she is. Look how committed she is to her purpose. Look at her doing her thing. Like, just look at her. Look how magical she is. Look how spiritual she is. Look how divine she is. It don't matter if you into the occult and divination like myself, tarot cards, astrology, spells, alchemy, and all of that. It don't matter if you into that or if you a Bible toting, scripture speaking, evangelist type of bitch. It don't matter. Whatever your form of spirituality is, this person sees it and they are just completely head over heels. It's a lot of passion too. Like I don't really know if being like that turtleneck wearing Christian is like a fetish or something, but I mean it's some fire in his drawers. So whatever your spirituality is, like this person is really they're just really into you being into your purpose. They're really into you being into your calling. It's a turn on for them. So you keep that shit up. This five of wands I feel is just like this fire is like uncontrollable. I feel like this person don't really know what to do with themselves. They don't know what to do with themselves. Like here you are with all of this energy just flowing around you. Like if I could give you a visual, it's like when Cinderella was turned into the little princess or whatever for the ball, and there was all these glitters and sparkles and kicking up the dust around her and all these magical swirls and stuff. It's like if we were in a cartoon world, that would be how this person sees you. And there's so much it's like this fiery, and I feel like it's a confusing type of energy for this person because they'd be like, why am I so strongly pulled to this person? Why does this person have this hold on me? And there could be a bit of resistance. I think for fear of like competition, because just as sure as this person sees you standing tall in your divinity and doing your thing and being completely and totally aligned with who you are and your calling and your purpose, it's like they know other people see it too. They know other people see it too. It's like if I can see how fucking beautiful this person is, I know somebody else can see it. If I can see, my divine doing his or her thing, I know everybody else can see it. I know it. I can't be the only one. I know I'm not the only one. And they know they're not the only one because they see the effect that you have on people too. They see how people kind of flock to you. They see the way people engage you. So, on top of this intense passion and attraction, it's both spiritual and sexual. This is total and completely like being given over to another person. Still standing on your own, but of course, but what I'm saying when I'm saying being given over to another person is like they have you. They have a hold on your heart. They have a hold on that kitty. They have a hold on that D. Whatever it is like they have a hold on it. Like this person doesn't, kind of set you off to the side and you're theirs. You're theirs. There's this intense passion. And I feel like it's really confusing for the person who's not as far along spiritually as the other, or who may not have come into full alignment with their own selves, who has not mastered 4D, is still kind of stuck in 3D and don't really know what the fuck be going on. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot of passion to deal with. It's like they want to be committed to you, but it's like, why? But then at the same time, they're able to answer the question why, because it's like, I mean, why wouldn't I be? Everyone can see how beautiful this person is. Everybody can see how powerful this person is. Everyone can see this person in their calling or in their purpose. Everyone sees the beauty around it. Everyone sees the magic. Why wouldn't they be? So there is a bit of fear-based motivation behind all of this passion that this person is feeling, because they know that, wow, I mean, this is a knockout, standout person. I know I can't be the only one who sees it. And because of that, with this seven of wands, they thinking like, what can I do? Cause I'm trying to be that one. I'm trying to be the one. I don't want nobody else to have her. I don't want nobody else to have her. And I also think, because I don't want to turn this whole reading into this other person, because both parties are equally important in this card. Both the feminine and the masculine are equally important. The feminine ain't really even studying these people. Like, yeah, everybody sees her. Everybody sees her doing her thing. Everybody sees the more spiritual of the two parts of the two divine masculine, divine feminine. Yeah, there's you. The other person may feel like there's competition. He feels there's competition. She feels there's competition, and there's like a fear-based motivation to like do something. It was like, I got to get in there because I can't let this slip away from me. But the person who's really in there calling, they ain't not seeing all of that. It's like all of these people trying to, throw their little bid in. And she could very well be like, highest bidder gets my attention. But it's not even that type of vibe. She ain't even on that type of time. It's like, I'm in my calling now. I'm putting myself first. I'm asserting my will. I'm creating my reality. This fire that I have is for me. Yeah, I might love one other, my divine counterpart, but this fire that I have right now is for me. So anybody else who has interest, all the other people who are like trying to wave dingling or trying to wave coo cat in front of this person's face is like, I'm not really on there right now. I'm so dedicated to what I'm doing. Like his fire is in his draws. He's passionate about this other person who is kind of acting as a way shower. The person who is the more spiritual of the two is kind of acting as a way shower to lead the other person into full alignment with their own selves. And while that fire is in their loins, this chaotic fire here is like in her wand, and her wand being like her will. Her will is, saying, this is where I'm focusing my energy. I don't really have time for anything else. I'm putting me first. I'm getting to what I want to do because I realize I have a higher calling. She's looking here at higher self. I have a higher calling. I'm very aware of myself, so I'm putting my will first. I understand that if I don't put my will first, it'll get lost in what other people want. Because make no mistake, if other people see this beauty, they want to come in and be like, hey, look at me, look at me. I want to offer you this. I want this from you. I want that from you. And everybody who comes in is not a savory type. So when you on your shit, you have people coming at you, trying to spit game and trying to holler and stuff like that, but they don't have your best intention at heart. You just look good. They see that high vibrating energy and they just want some of it. A lot of them just want to, take that energy for themselves and end up depleting you in the process. But there's a level of discernment that this woman has because her eye is fixated on God. She is fixated on her higher self. She's fixated on source, on her calling, on her purpose. So none of that matter. She's very into what it is that she wants, and she will assert herself above all of these different people who come in saying what they want out of her. So if you are the party watching who is kind of the student spiritually, and your person is like in their shit, they're on their shit, and you know that other people are watching her, you need to get in that King of Wands energy. And the King of Wands has been coming up in a lot of my readings. A lot of my readings. And I've been seeing them come up in other people's readings too. So that King of Wands energy is there. Make no mistake, you need to get in that King of Wands energy where you kind of just, put your big boy pants on, put your big girl pants on, and follow your passion. It's like, okay, you identify this passion that you have for this person. Why sit on it? Why not move forward and make yourself the chosen one? Make it known that you are the one. That y'all can kind of, you can lust after my baby all you want to, or you can lust after her or try to get some of her energy all you want to, but please know that I am her king. That I am the principal in her life. You need to get into that King of Wands energy, but at the same time, when you know that she is putting herself first, don't allow a fear of competition to kind of knock you out of the running. Don't feel like, well, there's no point in me coming forward because, she ain't looking for me. She ain't checking for me. To be honest, she ain't checking for none of y'all ass. If we can be completely honest, she's not checking for none of y'all ass right now because she's checking for herself. or himself, whoever identifies as that divine feminine, that focused, the more spiritually advanced party between the two of you. He or she ain't focused on none of y'all ass, because they focused on her own self and her own will and the life that she's trying to create in a big way. But at the same time, with that King of Wands energy, you're watching this. You're watching this. Watching her be so influential, watching him be so influential, watching him charm people, watching him be fearless, watching him or her navigate through tough times. And it's like, damn, this don't even phase you, do it? You're watching him or her like fearlessly follow their calling. Or, the divine counterpart over here that is more, 3D based, more still kind of in the root chakra energy, still in 3D, but being awakened, kind of watching this 4D, 5D shift and transformation, this magic happen in front of him. So he's being awakened and led a little bit. He's watching this counterpart who has their face toward the sky, who has their face toward God on their own divinity, watching them be like, dang, like there is no hesitation. Like they feel that call and there is absolutely no hesitation. The divine feminine, he or she gets this calling from source, from God, from Jesus, from Buddha, from whoever, from the prophet Muhammad. Whatever your religious beliefs are, or whatever your spiritual beliefs are, they're watching you have this calling and just throwing everything down with reckless abandon and following it. Because in that king energy, this is a young person. This is a person who ain't been king for long. The King of Wands ain't been king for long. He's the youngest of the kings, probably the most rambunctious of the kings. Um, he's still trying to figure out his power. He got all this vibrancy because he's really just a young bull who just got promoted. So this person is like, they go into a situation almost with a hyper, like, focus. Like, I'm hyper about my calling. I'm focused on my calling. That's the type of energy. That's why it's like she don't see nobody else right now. All of these people trying to cast their little iron in the fire or whatever, she don't really see none of them because she's so focused in that King of Wands energy. She's in the King of Wands energy, being that, I'm just, I'm working with this energy. I'm all in. I got this calling. I'm all in. I'm doing my thing. I'm following my purpose. I'm building my business. I'm working with the community. Whatever it is that he or she is doing, the divine feminine, they are doing it to the max. Absolutely doing it to the max. But then we have this other party over here who's looking at her and is like, man, I got to step up. I got to get it. Because the other party, don't get me wrong, it ain't like you a peon or nothing, because otherwise you wouldn't even be in this reading. Because we don't even acknowledge those type of energies. You wouldn't even be in this reading. But you are more so the student. You are watching her be as high flying and beautiful and in her calling and in her purpose. And it's like, I got to get on my shit. Like, it's an inspiration because you already have all of these characteristics available for you. Don't get me wrong, this divine masculine counterpart, he's probably a very good looking, very handsome guy. He still has youth about him. I'm feeling like a strong build. He could be younger in age than this divine feminine that I'm feeling here in this reading. Either he's younger in age or he looks young for his age. That's what I'm feeling. It's also an energy of, like I've been saying, he's the student. Like she's more so of the teacher, he's more so of the student. So he could be older than her, but he could either just look younger, or his maturity level might be just a tad bit beneath hers, even though she's younger than him. Or he's just literally younger than her. That's what I'm feeling with these. But he's a handsome guy, and he has his own power and his own pull, but it's more so in a 3D type of way. He's a type, he may be like, a man's man. Like other guys like to be around him. He's like, He's not no guy that holds the wall in the locker room. He in the huddle, and a lot of times, like, he got the floor. Like, other people would be listening to him. Other men would listen to him. So he does have that type of influence. It ain't like he just no peon, and he walk into a room and don't nobody pay attention. Like, guys like him, women like him too. Women want to, they want to be with the king. Any type of king a woman is gonna be want to be with. So he's this young, vibrant, handsome, good looking, kind of young buck, reckless, some type. Of course, women are going like that because women like bad boys. So he could be like, kind of known as a bad boy, or has some, affiliation with a gang, or with, some type of profession that is not the most upstanding, or he might have a little record or something on him, but he still has some rank about himself. You know, it's not like he had a record and he just ended up becoming a bum who ain't nobody. It's like he still got some status. He may just have, like, his record might not be the cleanest, but it's in a kind of attractive way. It's that bad boy vibe that I'm feeling. It's like in an attractive way. Either way, he just ain't no, he ain't no peon ass. You know what I mean? It's not that. It's just he is still like very 3D based. It's like he's still kind of stuck in what he sees around him. He don't really have an acknowledgement of anything spiritual. He may not even really have any spiritual beliefs. So to see this, level of spirituality unfolding it before him is like, oh my God, it's exhilarating. It's like he's 3D based, so he's turned on by it. He's turned on by it. Like, I'm the king of 3D. He was like, listen, I understand what I can feel. This is fire energy. I understand what I can feel. If I can feel it on my skin and I can smell it, then it's real to me. If I hear it, taste it, feel it, then it's hard for me to believe in it. Very 3D based this person is. But to see somebody who is so into what cannot be seen, who is so into their spirituality, who is so into that 4D dimension that is like, they know a self that is not inside of them. It's like they know a part of themselves that is not in the 3D, because it's not. It's their higher self. He can't even see that. All he can see is her. She can see this party up here. He don't even see all of this up here. He don't even see that. That's not even in his dimensional space, because he's still the student. But in the dimension that he is a king. Understand that. So let's not disregard that, because we all come from the 3D. Let's not act like we are not in the 3D. We are in the 3D. It's just some people have the ability to master the self in the 4D and go beyond the self into 5D, which is a much more spiritual plane, where you can start actually seeing spirit, where you can actually start hearing from spirit. He ain't there yet. He's not there yet, but he is so intrigued by it. So intrigued by it. And just her being fully immersed in it, fully immersed in it, fully committed to it, not questioning her higher calling, not questioning this dimension that she's on at all. He's looking like, what is going on? What is this? There's an element of confusion with him too, with the King of Wands, but she's like so sure about it. And it's awe-inspiring to him. He's like, damn, I ain't never seen nothing like this before. Like, she different. And it's other people who could be around him, like throwing that cat. I'm talking about just trying to sit it on his lap. And I'm not saying he's not going to indulge, because he is the king of the 3D and he could conquer things in the 3D. I'm not saying that he's not going to indulge in it, but I'm saying whatever he's indulging in is not on this level. He ain't looking at it like he's looking at this person who is hellified in her calling, in her purpose, like doing things just on a whole nother level. He not looking at it like that. But the King of Wands at the same time, if he Even though he's 3D based, I'm gonna tell you what his motivation is. Him being the student, being 3D based, just kind of really believing in things that he can see, hear, smell, feel, or whatever. But seeing this person, seeing this feminine in her higher calling, and not only in her higher calling, but successfully making shit happen, successfully calling people in, like kind of in a frenzy to her, he was like, well, it must be something to it. It must be something that I can't see. And I'm going to tell you something about the King of Wands. He likes a challenge. If you can challenge the King of Wands and get him to sit on the edge of his seat and be like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me that it's something over there that I haven't seen yet, that I haven't felt yet, that I haven't tasted yet? Oh, I got to know. I must know. He must know what this is. That's that intense infatuation. That's that fire in his loins. Like, wait a minute now. She on to something. She's doing something and is resonating with people. So even if he can't necessarily see it, he sees it resonating with other people. He sees it having 3D effects. He was like, oh, it's something. Even though I can't see it, it's something there. I got to go figure this thing out. I got to know. That Page of Cups is inspiration. She's offering an inspiration to him. Hey, Kimchi Bay. Thank you, baby, for tuning in. He's tuning in. You tuning in too, right? Now he looking in this way like he's inspired. It's tugging on his emotions. It's pulling on himself. And the Page of Cups, this is somebody who they may not, he don't really live in his feelings. He's not the type of person to live in his feelings. So when we get to talking about these other people who could be like, throwing that cat, throwing a D at him or whatever, or throwing it at her or him, whoever it is, he ain't really inspired by that. It's like he may partake if he feeling the type of way, if he been drinking or something, Page of Cups, if he been drinking, he may partake in it or whatever. But it ain't motivating him into that King of Wands energy the way this person standing up in their divinity is, the way this person standing in their power is. It's not motivating him at all like that. At all. That, I got to know, I must know. That's that Page of Cups. It's like sort of a dependency, and it becomes to a point where it's like he started thinking so much, it almost gets to an obsession. The Page of Cups is prone to obsession because they've been handed this cup of feelings, and they ain't really somebody who be in their feelings a lot, but they've been handed this cup of feelings, and it's like, oh man, you gave me a taste of something, and I've never tasted it before. Now I'm addicted to it. Now I'm depending on it. Now I'm leaning on it. Now I'm feeling for it. So this is the kind of that fiending aspect that is motivating the King of Wands to come forth. It's actually, this is the type of pull that'll get somebody who is very 3D based to like get into themselves. That will motivate them to self-awareness. That'll motivate them to that 4D life. This is how that happens. This is how somebody goes from just kind of being like very sexually attraction based to wanting to know what's up with this spiritual world too, to wanting to, kind of conquer themselves. And the King of Wands with the Seven of Swords, this is somebody who is learning to conquer themselves. They're learning an awareness of self. They ain't to the point where they can really tap into the spirit and all of that 5D. A lot of people want to skip from the 3D to that 5D to that, purely spiritual plane, where it's like you have access to like, the spirit messages and you can hear and you can see things. A lot of people want to jump there, but they don't want to go through that self-awareness period in 4D. Because 4D hard as fuck. I'm gonna tell you from experience, that shit hard. It's hard. It'll make you want to stay in 3D. That's why so many people do. So many people just kind of go about life just living. They see what's in front of him, they act on that, they react to it. They don't have no kind of conscious control over who they are. What people call woke, that's 4D. And a lot of people who are woke, quote unquote, they still straddle in that 3D, 4D place. Because a lot of time they still react in a way that a 3D only person would. instead of just fully being self-aware. When you are fully self-aware, that's when you start really getting into that 5D where you have these spiritual insights and you can see things and you can hear things, and you just know shit before anybody else. That's that 5D there, where the veil is completely ripped off, where you realize that you live in a purely spiritual universe, and the 3D is really all an illusion. But before you can get to there, you have to master that. And this person who's already kind of a master in the 3D, he's perfectly physically capable, strong. He's probably traveled a lot. Every type of bitch possible that he can hit, he done hit. Every type of guy possible that she can get, she done got. It's like I've conquered the 3D. I've felt, I've tasted, I've smelled, done it all, done it all in the 3D. This that type of energy with the King of Wands. It's like now I want more, you know her on this higher shit, and I'm seeing the reception and the feedback that she gets from being on this higher level. It's inspiring me. I want to taste of that. Took a sip of your tea and I ain't been right ever since. That type of energy. It's like, I mean, you done gave me something. You done something. They probably be like, she put some voodoo on me. She put some roots on me. Some bullshit like that. Some of them may have some kind of notion about that, but they want to know more. They want to see more. They want to do more. It was like, okay, what does it mean for me to be in my higher self? Like, what is that? Or what does it mean for me to have this relationship with God that she be talking about? What is that? Whatever his divine counterparts spirituality or belief is, it was like, I want to know. I want to know a little more about it. I want to test this thing out. I want to see what this is about. So the King of Wands is always looking for that challenge, and he's found that challenge in his divine. And it's like, you see the fire down here, that dangling tangling. Because for the time being, like that's the only way that he knows how to be like completely all in and committed to something, until he gets mastery of self, and then he can like balance them chakras, and then the fire can like align all up and through him. For right now, it's just like, hey, don't nobody turn me on like her, don't nobody make me feel like her, because that's what he knows. And you can't fault somebody for what they know, because I mean, this is a king in the 3D. It ain't just no bullshit ass person. Some people can't even master the 3D. They can't become a king in the 3D, and that's the basic. We are born into the 3D, and they can't master that in one lifetime. This person is a pretty young person, or they still have a very youthful spirit about them, and they've mastered the 3D. Like, they can control the environment around them, and they may also be a controlling person. That's another thing. They can't control this person over here who is led by the divine, because this person who is led by the divine is in complete control of herself or himself. The King of Wands is not that he don't like what he can't control, is that he's intrigued by what he can't control. That's that Page of Cups. He'll be like, oh shit, now she a wild one. Oh damn. She a challenge. Okay, I see you. So if you haven't heard from this person, or you feel like this person ain't really been particularly paying attention, you may feel that they out there spreading their wild oats, or dealing with Tom, Dick, and Harry, or whoever the girls are, or whatever, whoever them girls is. It's not that they're not paying attention. I really feel like they're trying to strategize, because the King of Wands is like, okay, I got to figure out each and every move that I'm gonna make, and I got to put this all into action. He's trying to get this plan of action that is just like completely undeniable. He don't want to come in and get turned down, because he's the King of Wands. He was like, I can't get turned down. Like, I absolutely can't. And there's a hint of ego there with these fire signs like Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. There's a big hint of ego there. It's like, nah, I can't come in on some, on some wimp shit, or on some simp type. I have to come in like a king. So if you haven't heard from this person, it's not because they're not interested or that they're more interested in all of the, hoopla and chaos and mess that's going on. Child, the ghetto. They're not really into all of that. Knows that okay, I got to at least leverage my 3D kingly out there in the stars in the universe and the planets and the energies and the spirits, and she gang with Jesus and she gang with the angels and she knows shit that I don't know. So I mean, if I'm just a king of the 3D, I at least got to exercise my 3D kingliness. I got to come up with a plan that's unfuckwittable. And I feel like that's where he is if he hasn't already showed himself in high pursuit of you. Because for some people, it's gonna be like you already know he hot on your ass. For other people, it's kind of like he been behind the scenes, just kind of strategizing for right now, for when he does come in. Because make no mistake about it, this person is completely head over heels. Completely head over heels. I mean, wildly, insanely. It could be love. For them, their love is a little different. Their love gonna feel a little different, gonna look a little different from how this person's love would look. You know, and that's okay with her because she's still going to assert herself and she's still going to assert her will, and she's not going to be involved with nothing that don't feel like the kind of love that she wants. But at the same time, let's not discredit that from the dimension that he's in, he's trying, and he has these wild feelings for this beautiful creature who is like tuned in, tapped in, turned on. But yes. Fire reading, very fire reading. Let's see. What I want to know. I mean, that's pretty much everything. I guess let me see if there's anything else. Any other message? Like, I guess more on the King of Wands. Like, what's up with his pursuit? Like, how is he gonna come in? Because if she's divine, and yes, she may be in her purpose and in her calling, but she wanna know. She be wanna know. She be want to know. Don't need trip. Don't need that like you don't. You want to know. You do. What's up with the King of Wands at this very moment? Like at this point in time, what's up with the King of Wands? Like what he got going on, what he planning, how is he feeling, any indication of a time span, just what's going on with the King of Wands. Knight of Pentacles with the planning. Two of Pentacles trying to get things. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ten of Wands. Oh man. Look at that. Oh man. That's why I wanted to ask about the King of Wands spirit delivered. So these cards right here are all just, us being nosy, trying to dig a little deeper in what the King of Wands got going on. Because, we up here, we doing our thing, 4D, 5D, we mastering the self. We done mastered the self, and now we into the spiritual realms, and we, we rubbing elbows with the Buddhas, and, goddamn, the Prophet Muhammad and the Kali Ma. We real, gang tight with the ascended masters. Like we know them, we talk to them, they behind us, we believe in them, we communicate their messages. So we on this, we sitting over here doing that, but we got this, this little Roni who's still down here in 3D. And we want to know what's going on with the Roni, King of Wands. Roni, like I said, trying to put this plan together. King of Wands trying to put this plan together. And he was like, what I'm saying? I'm a 3D king, so I got to come in. I may be just a knight, not even a page. I may be just a knight in her little world in her 3D. Because he not going. This is a king now. He not going to accept the lowest rank in no dimension. He was like, you're not going to treat me like no little bitch. That's what you're not going to do. Don't get it twisted. Your king got standards too. You can be as high as you want to be, but you're not going to treat him like no little bitch. He's not that dude. Understand that. So he come in as a knight. He was like, all right, I'm in a new environment. I don't know what it is that she on. She on some new shit. I don't really understand it, like, like where she at. But I want her. Like I'm challenged. I'm into her. I want her. Dare I say it, some of them might be in love with you. So he coming in, he was like, okay, how am I gonna put this plan together to be able to show her that I'm for real? Like I wanna offer something serious. So that's what he has going on now. He's like he trying to like get things balanced out. He may be trying to juggle things, put some things away, stop some bad habits he might have, pick up some better habits that he might need to, master. It's like in doing all of this, he's actually becoming a lot more self-aware, which is like in pursuing this, this woman who's, all up in here in the higher in her spirituality, he's actually having to go through these shifts. The Two of Pentacles is that's the shifting energy. That's when things start to move, things start to change in your environment, in your 3D environment. So in trying to, see how he can come in with the king energy in high pursuit of his empress, because he sees you as all the queens, all things. Everything a woman can be, everything a man can be, they see you as that with this empress energy, and they want you, got to have you. And when they get you, they don't want you to, feel like you can't come to them for anything. They want you to know that anything you need, they got you. Because again, that's the type of energy they would be used to in the 3D. If they were dealing with any other female, they would be used to that woman kind of depending on them or needing them. You know, you're not gonna never need nobody. But at the same time, they still want to be able to keep you at a certain level of comfortability, and make sure that you don't have to really want or worry for nothing. That's just King of Wands energy. You're just gonna have to accept that. So if you real super 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 independent, you're gonna have to kind of work on that, Empress. You're gonna have to kind of work on that, knowing that yes, spiritually you don't need anybody, and you are a master manifester, and a very successful co-creator of your own reality. But at the same time, like, this is your person. This is your person. And if they love you to that point where they want to be able to, extend a certain level of comfortability to you, allow it. The Empress is all about allowing. The Empress is receiving energy. She's pregnant in this card. A pregnant woman is like the master of reception. She has received on the highest level of reception in human capability. So you have to learn how to receive there. Because in coming after you, he's shifting himself. It's like you don't chase him. The Empress don't chase nobody because she knows her worth. Because you don't chase him, he has to come after you. And it ain't like, in the 3D where a girl just be like, I'm not gonna chase you. And, all he gotta do is buy her a couple gifts or a couple flowers or whatever, and, make a trip down the street. Cool. In order to chase you, he has to actually move through dimensions. So that's where these shifts are taking place. That's where the shifts are happening. And he's having to just, accept the night position and get things in order and make sure things are good before he can really come to you. Because he's coming for the Empress. And it's a hell of a job. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. The Empress herself is a piece of work. He's looking at her like, look at her ass. Like, who she thinks she is? Who does she think she is? In the same time, in the same breath that he was like, look at her, so beautiful. Who the hell she thinks she is? It's like that type of energy because again, he's not really used to this type of pull on him. He's not used to that spiritual type of like just being really committed to somebody. I feel Gemini energy here. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Let's see what else we got. I feel like all of these pentacles is more of like, I mean, he could be like a Capricorn Mars or like a Taurus Virgo Mars or something like that. That's more like the way that they go about planning and strategizing. But I'm feeling like big Aries, Gemini, Leo, Sagittarius energy here more than anything else. But yeah, you're a piece of work. You're a piece of work. You challenge his ego. You absolutely do challenge his ego. You have to check his ego a lot. So make sure that you're not, like going overboard sometimes, because you don't want to like try to wound nobody's ego. You still want to honor him as a person, honor him as a masculine. Honoring yourself first. Don't ever get it twisted. I'm not never advocating for nobody to put anybody else above themselves. Honoring yourself first, but I see that's already going on. You know what I'm saying? That's already going on. So just make sure that you're not, going crazy with it. Because with the Leo energy that I'm feeling on the board, sometimes we can go overboard with it. And you don't want to like kind of harm nobody's ego. But yeah, you're a piece of work. That Ten of Wands says this is a lot of work I gotta do. This is a lot of burdens. This is a lot of man. Them hoes, them karmics. If you pay attention to that type of stuff, they have this energy. I don't have to do half as much work with them as I have to do with this Empress. But this is the King of Wands, and he loves a challenge. He can hem and haw and complain and pout and be stubborn because I have some Taurus energy on the board too with the Empress card. He can do all of that all he wants to, but he likes a challenge. And you are absolutely a challenge for him. A challenge in trying to figure you out, a challenge in trying to understand you, a challenge in trying to keep you. Because the Empress not going to be kept nowhere where she is not absolutely honored and revered as the goddess that she is, as the creator, the abundant motherly energy that she brings to the table. It's not going down. It's not going down. It's not happening. But yeah, he wants in. He wants parts. He wants parts of whatever it is you got going on. So he gonna put in that work, and putting in that work subsequently brings about that emperor energy. It's like the King of Wands is 3D King. I don't even think he realizes that he's moving into emperor energy simply in coming after you. Simply because he has a love for you. Simply because he's infatuated with you. Because he's so passionate about you. In high pursuit of this Empress, in high pursuit of the Empress, the King of Wands ends up being the Emperor. Ain't that something? How about that? And the Emperor being Aries related toward the end of March, early April, you know, might be seeing some progress there. Might be seeing the big shift going down. He might be coming in and like, you know what? Let's be real. Let's be real. You my Empress. I'm your Emperor. We know what it is. The love is there. Been there since day one. Felt like it was an instant spark. I'd have had to do all of this. I'd have had to chase you from here, there, and everywhere. I'd had to jump through hoops and skip through portals and, time slide and do all of this, that, and the other, shape shift to get through all of these dimensions to get to you. Girl, come here. Girl, come here. Like, for real. Because the work that he does is just like, when it gets to that point, trust me, all of these wands on this table right now, trust me, you got the King of Wands, you got the Ten of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Five of Wands, baby. A lover's card with some fire right there in the loins, baby. When he gets to you, you see she's pregnant. When he steps to you, when the King of Wands finally gets his hands on you, all I'm saying is in this card, she's pregnant. That's all I'm saying. And Wands is sexual energy. It's a whole lot of phallic shit going on around here. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So, I mean, obviously, you doing what you need to do. Stay on your job, baby. Stay on your job, baby. The journey that he goes on, the king going into emperor energy, he goes into emperor energy, not even consciously trying to. He ends up in emperor energy, chasing after your coming after you. He ends up in emperor energy, honey. So you stay in your empress energy. You continue to live in your purpose. You continue to put in work spiritually, answer your calling, living in your purpose. You keep on. Do it, baby. Do it. And it's all going to work out for you. So, yeah, thank you for watching. I enjoyed this. I did enjoy this daily reading. I absolutely did. So February 25th, for the 25th, just stay in your power. Whatever downloads it is that you are feeling today, go with them. Be fearless in your purpose. Answer your calling, whatever that may be, whether it's business related, whether you're going onto the job with a renewed attitude, whatever it is, whatever calling it is that you have, be 100% present in it. Put yourself first. Create the reality that you want to create. Don't be out here depressed about no divine counterpart, because the more you excel, the more they are motivated to come after you. Absolutely, the more they are motivated to come after you, and the more they will grow and mature to be able to get where they can actually have you. Because the way they want you, baby, they got to have you. So let them come on through them dimensions and come get you. Okay, and it's gonna be well worth it when it happens. Be on the lookout in Aries season. That's all I'm saying. End of March, beginning of April. Let that be the reason, y'all. I am your Empress Divine, Miss Tasha Turner herself. Thank y'all for tuning in. I will see y'all next time. Bye.